Caitlin Clark told when she'll become GOAT after Geno Auriemma claim. Caitlin Clark was told when she could feasibly be the greatest of all time in the WNBA, soon after Phoenix Mercury legend Diana Taurasi announced her retirement from professional basketball. After dominating the top level for 2 decades, Taurasi hung up her sneakers, spending her entire career with the Mercury. As a member of Phoenix's squad, 42-year-old was a 3-time champion, 14-time All-WNBA selection, 11-time All-Star, and MVP, among many other accolades. Taurasi also is the WNBA's all-time leading scorer, 10,646 points, the all-time leader in three-pointers made, 1,447, second in games played, 565, and fourth in assists all-time with 2,394. And while those numbers seem near insurmountable, Clark has an opportunity to eclipse them provided all goes well with the Indiana Fever star. In her rookie season, Clark averaged 19.2 points, 8.4 assists, 5.7 rebounds, and 1.3 steals per game, making just over 3 three-pointers per game in 35.4 minutes of action per night. If the 23-year-old can continue to perform at that level for the rest of her career, Taurasi's numbers could be in danger. It was projected that Clark could surpass Taurasi's three-pointers made tally by 2033, as well as surpassing her mark for most points scored in history by 2036, according to Sportsbook Review. The outlet also claims if the Fever star continues her assist pace, she could also break the record for most assists by 2037. In all, Clark could be crowned the WNBA's greatest of all time by the time she turns 35, per Sportsbook Review. That said, for the superstar to truly be called the greatest women's basketball player of all time, Clark's impact has to go beyond just what she does on the court. If Geno Auriemma is to be believed, shortly after Taurasi announced her retirement, the legendary UConn head coach explained what differentiated his former player from others that challenged for that title. In particular, Auriemma noted how what Taurasi did transcended the game. In my opinion, what the greats have in common is they transcend the sport and become synonymous with the sport, Auriemma explained in a statement. For as long as people talk about college basketball, WNBA basketball, Olympic basketball, Diana is the greatest winner in the history of basketball, period. He added, when someone's defined the game, when someone's had such an impact on so many people and so many places, you can't define it with a quote. It's a life that is a novel. It's a movie. It's a miniseries. It's a sage. It's the life of an extraordinary people who, I think, had as much to do with changing women's basketball as anyone who's ever played the game. That said, considering the impact Clark is having both on and off the court, Taurasi's crown could very well be in jeopardy. While the WNBA gained enormous popularity in recent years, the so-called Caitlin Clark effect was on full display as crowds flocked to watch the star play. Additionally, she is joining a select number of WNBA stars to have a signature shoe, specifically with Nike. For the time being, Clark was bestowed her own personal player editions of certain Nike sneakers, showing her impact outside of basketball.